one to show us exactly how it's supposed to work.
I think his current record is 2-1 if I remember correctly, but he's one of the players that like obviously really gets the pick, was able to have a great impact with it in the games that they played it. But the more I see of Udyr, the more I feel like he's a strong jungler, but he does need certain circumstances to work well for you. Those circumstances are not playing into an Azir that can just always shuffle you away, right? And you can't really play the game. And a top lane that, unless you pick a counter matchup now, you're gonna have such a hard time, like, because this is Rascal's Renekton. Like, this is a different beast. It's
very true.
You know how like normal Renektons are like kind of like a standard, you know, like a run of the somewhat muted, although, you know, all of Renekton early game is not fun to play against. Hope that Kingen is gonna stack some armor soon.
Yes,
oh boy.
Oh, here we go. Life dropping flags yet again, claiming ground on the bottom side, and it seems like he doesn't really care about who he's with. Often, you know, the first time around, the genius was the Kalista and the Jarvan, and now it seems to be just let's pick Jarvan support because it's great, and Life just really likes having the extra form of engage. So this ain't bad. It's going to be Rakan that's locked for this one. Ghost is going to be popped here as Kingen. Could just get stunned up. He's going to throw down the Storm. Gets himself the shield right on the edge, but the flash forward, and Kingen's just dead. Already an Executioner's Calling picked up as well, so making it even worse for Kingen in that instance, but I don't think it really mattered. That was just a pretty cool...
Yeah, unfortunately for Karras, oh, never mind. Had 5 in the top lane.
Yeah, a bit of a battle as Kingen throws down the ulti. Rascal has his already running as in goes Pyosik. He flashes forward, and that's going to be the capitalization on Rascal not having his flash. You can see Clid trying to fight this one out as Kingen can't actually get in. Solka turns up. Can they actually win the fight, though, as Clid's down extraordinarily low? Tries to turn it onto Solka. Good sidestep, but it's not going to be enough. Solka grabs the kill in the end, and DRX come out on top.
And this is what we saw from Rascal last time. He was very utilized a passive, which, again, is going to get nerfed. And 11.3, enjoy Olaf while you still can.
That's true. Yeah, that axe was very disappointing.
Yeah.
But, you know, even the best make mistakes.
Yeah, so here they go.
Yep, they're trying to get on top of Ruler here, who gets knocked up. Is going to Killer Instinct, flashes to try and get out of the way. Pyosik should be able to get it underneath the turret, and does so. Very difficult to run away from an Udyr. So Ruler is finally punished, and that will allow that CS gap to shorten a little bit.
This feels like a classic caster curse where I say, you know, it's really hard to get onto Ruler because he's an Azir. But Karras was nowhere near, so that was Ruler just being there. And you also see like the kind of security that you get with the flag and drag, which is really nice. But in this case, it's very much a fake sense of security because Life can get out of there. But Ruler walks there for, I think it's like a second, like half a second, still walks forward. Also, this heal was very unfortunate with the Ignite already on you, and also the Udyr dots ticking. Not going to go well.
Well, speaking of things not going well, Solka's dead in the mid lane. I think that was just a setup from Life. He was angry at his AD carry falling down, so he went to the mid lane and tried to give a kill over. Clid is going to collect that strike. As that's great.
Yeah,
and DRX got that local gold that you were talking about.
Very nice. Get extra money on your crocodile. That's a good way to win the game, as Karras might be in trouble here.
Yep, Emperor's Divide, but the stun still comes in, the quickness is out, and Becca just walks towards the Azir, and he is just gonna die. Pyosik gets that kill very comfortably. In a turret is the trade on the top side of the map as Ruler and Bao trying to fight this one out. I think I know where my money's going to be going, but there is at least a turret there to help Bao out.
So in the end, that's a turret for a kill.
But it does create enough space for them to try and get some work done here. Dominus actually popped right now as Rascal's very far forward. There's the Void Seeker as Ruler. Killer Instinct, but immediately has to flash to get himself out. Life goes golden. The quickness from Becker, but it looks like both supports will be hitting the ground. Rascal now off towards the backside. Pyosik just gets healed up, and he's going to be fine. And now, maybe Karras overstepped, is able to shift some sands, gets himself out of the way. Ruler now going to be the next target as Kingen moving on over for him. But it's DRX actually winning out in that fight.
It feels like such an unnecessary fight to take there for Gen G, because the objective isn't there yet. If you win this fight, like, if you don't win straight away, I don't even know if it gets you to Drake, because by the time the death time is in the reason.
Gen G in position right now as Life standing off towards the backside. It's actually Bao that locks down the Drake somehow, as there's the grand entrance. Fantastic value, but Karis does go golden, and Ruler locks down the kill onto Becca. Karis actually making it out alive as Kingan's in a little bit of trouble. Goes back, picks up his shield. He will be all right, but DRX get to Soul Point.
And it's again a Zayat. It's a return of the Teddy game where the Feathers pick up the objective in the end. And we did see the pings go down initially. Gen G thinking about the Baron, but in the end not going through with it, which I think is a good call.
I do remember certain Kai'Sa and Azirs around Barons being quite scary. Becca off to the side though, and they're not going to be able to contest this. Will be Kyoshik able to lock that one down as DRX. I don't know how they do it.
On top of him, if you had a Shiruma shuffle, he'll be fine. Oh, Live gets caught as well, and this is feeling like an increasingly sloppy game from Gen G, who get caught left and right, and this is what DRX shines. He does more damage. He's just better at everything.
He just zones way more effectively. When Pyoshik's playing the Udyr, he's just constantly running. Running and running and running and running. Always doing something. Look at this. He tests the waters
the flank
the entire time.
They don't have vision. Becca's at the bot side.
They can see that Becca isn't here, and they need to be very scared about this one as Becca comes in. The grand entrance doesn't really get the work done, but Life is just dead in an instant. Ruler zoned out there by Pyoshik as in goes the second bear. Ruler looking for the kill. They do manage to get the shutdown, as now Ruler needs to keep himself alive. Kingan looking to try and close the gap. He's so tanky. As Karis off on the backside, he still has the Emperor's Divide available. He's in vision. The Drake is going to reset. Remember, this is Infernal Soul Point. DRX need to try and get there as they've got 2 teleports. They can get these health bars back, and look at these backs. They're being stopped left, right, and center. Rascal locks down Becca, and the Azir is able to lock down the kill, and now Gen G should be able to get their first Infernal of the game.
Life is the sacrificial. Karis has taken the complete opposite approach. This is really risky from DRX, very far forward.
Yep, Life, remember, is extremely squishy. He's going to get himself all the way out of there as the Kai'Sa just gets collapsed on and destroyed. Rascal trying to get into the backline, but that's why this Xayah exists. It's so that she can Featherstorm and BK. And Pyoshik is taking care of 2 people by himself. We were talking about the fact that Gen G had found team fights that they wanted. This is an example of absolutely not what they want. And there's the bear smack to the back of the head of the Jarvan.
Look at him go.
And now he's just walking around the base. Look at this. Look at this bear. He's terrifying. Oh, now he's a chicken. Now he's a turtle. It's Franklin. It's all sorts of things. And this is DRX taking down the inhibitor turret. The inhibitor's going to fall afterwards. There are only 3 dead, but are they just going to go for the win? They might. Oh god, Kingan's just gigantic. Yeah, that's a super dead Pigeon Man in the mid lane, and that should be the game. As Clips trying to hold on to the minion wave. Do they actually have any minions here? No, they don't. The backdoor bonus is in, but they have 2 very, very tanky bears, remember. Ruler is now back alive, but he has no Nexus turrets to hide under, and Pyoshik is just a missile heading towards him. Gets onto the fountain, but that's it. That's the game. The Nexus will fall, and DRX will upset Gen G.
I still don't understand DRX at all, Atlas, but I love what I'm seeing.
Neither do I.
It makes no sense. I don't know what kind of mind control they have, but the fact that Gen G is so far up that river without vision in either the top or the bottom side is not something you can ever get away with. Like, you're not allowed to do that. That immediately gets punished. And I said it before, there's one person that you need to get. If you get him, you win the fight, you possibly win the game.